The franchisee, on the other hand, should be making a commitment to, I want to do this because I want to do what they do, right? If someone joins a franchise system and wants to do it their own way because they were so successful in something else that they did in the past, that's a huge mistake. There's no trick. It's just what's in their heart and mind. And that's the only difference between that guy that makes $1 million a year and the guy that makes zero. There's nothing else.
Going back into the franchisee success from a deeper level, what do you see is the difference between those franchisees that are really successful, the folks that are in that top 20%? Can you kind of just describe that persona, their characteristics, how they're wired, and how they operate?
Yeah, it really is only the desire to build something great and to work 35 or 40 hours a week doing it, and not let anything get out of your way. Now, it doesn't mean they don't have some freedom with time. They absolutely do in our business, but generally those people that are making hundreds of thousands or even in the millions, they're simply working their 35 or 40 hours a week with no dust on them. They work kind of 8 to 5, and there's nothing that they want to do except do the things that Schooley Mitchell franchisees do: get clients, build relationships, have lunch and have coffee with people, building more relationships, presenting reports. That's it. There's no trick. It's just what's in their heart and mind. And that's the only difference between that guy that makes $1 million a year and the guy that makes zero. There's nothing else.
And what do you say to the person that's doing all the right things externally, but still not seeing the results?
Well, that actually won't be the case. I mean, are there some people that need to be sort of coached with better messaging, um, handling of objections, that kind of thing? Sure, but that's a learnable skill, and we assign a coach to every franchise when they come out of training, so they get that each and every day that they want to have that. So the only reason that someone isn't getting clients is because they're not talking to people, or that's it, or they're refusing the coaching help. But really, we know our close ratio. We know it's 30% actually is what our close ratio is, based on a survey we did with all of our franchisees. And so we know that tells a franchisee, if I talk to 10 people this month, I'm going to get 3 clients if I perform on average. So I just got to talk to 10 people. If I want to talk to 20, then I'm going to get 6 clients. It's a linear ratio. But if I only talk to one, then it's going to be 1 client every 6 months. And that's no good. That's it. There's nothing else. So anybody that's doing everything we train them to do, they are getting clients.
Yeah, interesting. What what's the role of the franchisee versus the role of a franchisor? Generally speaking, maybe not just Schooley Mitchell, but what onus outside of just going in and doing the work is on the franchisee, where it's like, hey, this is not the role of the franchisor to provide you with X.
Yeah, I mean, the franchisor, let me start there. And I will make sort of an aggressive comment here. I would suggest to you there's lots of people that are a franchisor that shouldn't be, because they don't really have a secret sauce. They don't really have a system that is a differentiator for the people that are going to operate it, the franchisees out in the field. And I think that's not right. So when we first started, we knew we had a unique offering, but we had to develop systems to make our marketing and our sales and our tools and our programs and our support all unique, and really build that system so it was of full value to that franchisee, because that's what they're investing in. You pay a franchise fee to become a part of a developed system. And so that's what the franchisor's responsibility is, to develop that system that, I mean, it's never going to be completely fail safe, but as foolproof as you can make it. And you just need to have good operators. So the franchisee, on the other hand, should be making a commitment to, I want to do this because I want to do what they do, right? If someone joins a franchise system and wants to do it their own way because they were so successful in something else that they did in the past, that's a huge mistake. So if you're going to join a system, it should be a replicable system. That's the franchisor's responsibility. But if it is replicable, then you need to replicate it. And that's really where, and if you do, like I said before, if somebody succeeds, then everybody can succeed. That's the proof in the pudding. It's not driven by location or anything else that's not in your control. I guess I went back to Schooley Mitchell there a little bit rather than in general. I didn't mean to do that, but in general, the franchisor's got to develop a system that is unique, has some secret sauce in it, and the franchisee's got to know they're putting the heat to the recipe. They've got to replicate what's being done in the successful locations of that franchise system, and if they do, they're generally going to be successful.
If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.